Hello babes, welcome back to my channel. While I was editing this video, I noticed that I forgot to do a intro again, like always. For this video, I'm gonna be reading books I'm in the middle of. So we're gonna continue a series that I need to finish. Four series, I think. Four series that I need to finish like ASAP. And it's taking me forever. We're gonna continue 4 series, and like I already read them. Like I said, I forgot to do an intro to this video, so let's get started. Let's get into the video and get started, start talking and reading the books. So I already am about 50% in this book, and so far I'm liking it. I love that they went a little bit and like her background story of, because there was like an ex-boyfriend who came back and she was like not happy about it. So we kind of went in her like back to her past to see why, and they told us a little bit about it. He hasn't been in the book as much yet because he did come back and ask her for a favor. Excuse the mess here. So he hasn't really like asked for the favor yet, and it's just like been all about Jules and Josh, which I do like that, but I don't like that they're like enemies, which I don't consider enemies because obviously they don't really like each other. That's just it. But then they start having sex, right? So it kind of reminds me of that book with Sloane and Lucian, because they're like having sex and they're fighting, and it's kind of like annoying. But then it's like I like the banter between them. So like I said, I'm 50% done with it. My favorite book so far has been number 2, which is Twisted Games. I heard my cousin told me that this is her least favorite, so we'll see what I rate it, but I'm not sure on the rating so far. It has been a really fast pace for me. I've been reading this, like I started this yesterday. I had a headache today, like all day. We just got back yesterday from vacation. No, yeah, like it was like 12ish when we got here, a.m. midnight. And then I woke up like 9 this morning with like a huge headache, and I tried reading a little bit, but my headache has not gone away. Like it has been here all day. Took some medicine for it, nothing worked, and I kind of just laid down. I washed my sheets. No, like I just wanted a fresh bed. And I picked up my Kindle because I've been reading on my Kindle, and I love how you can have the book covers on there. It's so cute. Anyways, I've been reading on my Kindle for the past like 2 hours with still a headache, but it's like a quick read, and I love that. It's a thick book. It's like a 600 pages, no, like 500 pages. Like a 500-page book, which I don't know why. I've said it over and over and over. Why a romance book so long? Anyways, but it's a quick read. I feel like I'm going really quick. I don't know what book I'm gonna pick up next. It might be The Housemaid is Watching. Depends on what mood I'm in. So, but I am liking it so far, like I said. So I'm gonna keep on reading, and I will update you guys either when I'm done with the book or or maybe when there's somewhere to update. But it might be when I'm done with the book. But yeah, I'll be back and update you guys. So I finally finished Twisted Hate. It's good. I gave this a 4 stars. I feel like it was just too long. I guess like I'm just kind of tired of all the love stories, all the romance books being like they get together and then something happens at the end when they're not together, and then they come back together because of something else. So it's like predictable, but I just feel like it's like they got together and then obviously something happens and then they like break up and then they came back together, right? But just like the part of where the ex-boyfriend comes back and like does something to her because of the reason that Josh breaks up with her, that's kind of like to me where like I feel like the story was too long over. I feel like it could have been written in the shorter version. Like you could have added that, but it could have been like 200 pages less than what it really was. I did like it. Like I said, I did give it 4 stars. But I think it's my... Because I've only read Twisted Hate. No, Twisted Love. I read Twisted Love, Twisted Games, and Twisted Hate. I think it'll be Twisted Games, Twisted Love, and then Twisted Hate so far. I don't know how the last one's gonna be because it has to do, I think Christian's, he's the one, and I really love him in every single other book that I read, like he has come out in, and this book too. Like I love his character. I love like the way he's so mysterious. So I'm really excited to read that one, but I'm like, I can't wait to finish the series already. I started King of Sins without finishing Twisted Games, and I noticed a lot of the characters from King of Sins come out in Twisted Games. Well, not a lot of them, but some of them. Like right now, I've seen Dante. He comes out in that one. In this book, I just read Twisted Hate, and I think Alex, if I'm not mistaken, comes out in some of the King of Sins. And also, can't remember the football player that comes out, and he has his own book now. It just came out, so he comes out in this book too. So I'm like, I love how they're all like connected in some way. I'm like super excited to finish this series and just continue the King of Sins, and then I guess just, I think his last name Donovan, if I'm not mistaken. The guy's heart just came to mind. But just kind of continue her series. I do have another series from her that I want to start. I think it was her very first one. But honestly, this one's really has been one of my favorite series so far. I think Twisted Love, I read that one like I want to say it was the very first book. I read that one when it first came out, and that's when I have first picked up the book. Like I started reading, and I really did like it. But now that I'm more like into reading, and I've explored like different books and different genres, like different stuff, I could say that that's not one of my favorite books anymore. And like I said, I love Twisted Games way more than I love Twisted Love. I don't know what I read it down because I wasn't reading books that like when I first started. Like I wasn't really keeping up with it. And I think I rated Twisted Games 4.5. I'm hoping Twisted Lies is a 5-star, which I don't think so, but I really do, because I think I've heard that one's the best one out of the whole series. Everyone has different opinions, so, but excuse my nappy hair. I literally just got out of the shower not too long ago, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, well, I finished it. I think I started this on Monday. Yeah, when we were on our way back, I started this on Monday, and I got like 70% done with it yesterday, and I finished it today. I really want to finish a lot of these series because I've had them for a while and I've been reading them for a while. But the next book I want to read is The Housemaid's Secret by Freya McFadden. I really like the first one. Sorry, my husband's watching a movie. It's called 10 Things I Hate About You, I think. I've never seen the movie, and it's really cute. I'm like listening to it, and I'm like the song. But anyways, The Housemaid's Secret by Freya McFadden. I read the first one, and it was really, 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 really good. I really did like it, so I want to continue the series. I heard that the third one's not that great, but I do want to continue, like I said, and I want to finish it this year because I had this for a while. So I'm gonna see if I can try to start it tonight. It's not long, maybe like 330 pages, but I want to try to finish it like a day or two because it's a short story. I want to keep on reading so many books. I know I took forever on my Iron Flame. I wanted to take my time with that one, so it took me a long week to read. I want to meet hopefully I can get to my TBR this month. Last month I only did 7 books. This month I'm literally on my 5th book right now. This is the 5th book, so I want to do the 10 I have, but who knows. But anyways, let's start reading The Housemaid's Watching and see how it goes. I think The Housemaid, I rated a 5 stars. So my honest opinion, I don't think this is going to be a 5 stars because most of the time the second books are not. There's some cases like Once Upon a Broken Heart, I like the second book better than the first one. So some cases, but I already rated the first one 5 stars. But anyways, in some cases it could be a 5 stars also, but we'll see. We just have to read it first, and then I'll let you guys know. I'll update you whenever I have an update or whenever I finish it. I don't know when I'll be able to update you, but I will update you when I can. Okay, I'm about 53% into this book. I'm liking it. I'm just so confused. So confused. I don't think this is gonna be a 5 stars, but like the first one, I love the first one. This one's so it's like okay, I do like it, but like I said, I'm so confused on who's the bad guy here, because she helped her already with her issue, but we're literally halfway done. So what is the other half of this book supposed to be about? I know she's keeping secrets too, so I'm guessing, I'm like thinking if that has anything to do with it. Yeah, like I said, I'm confused. Her ex-boyfriend appeared. I can't remember if he comes out in the first book, but I don't think so. This is like a whole time jump from the first book, I want to say. I know she gets married because there's a 2.5, I think it's after this one. So she must have found her love. Because I know she's dating a guy also in this book. And the guy's like obsessed with her. Or maybe he loves her. I don't know. But in all honesty, I don't even know who the bad guy is here. I feel like the lady has something to do and her boyfriend. I don't know. I need to keep on reading because I'm so confused. I started this yesterday. And we did not go to school today. We had a closure for a snow day. So I did stay home and I did read a lot. I've been up since 6 in the morning. And I've been reading, but I also got up and I went to go clean. I cleaned a little bit of my living room because it was a hot mess. And so right now I'm just washing. So I'm going to sit down and read a little bit more. I am so confused, so I need to find out what's happening. I've been going from the book and my Kindle. So yeah, I'm going to read a little bit on my Kindle right now. And let's find out what is going on. What is happening with this person. What is the issue? So let's read a little bit more. So I just finished The Housemaid's Secret and I rated this a 3.5. It was good, but I feel like I was missing, like not missing, because this book did freak me out. I was reading it last night and I had to put it down because it freaked me out. I was kind of spooked by the situation. I did like the twist, big, huge twist to it. I didn't really like the ending to it. It was just like, she went through all this trouble and then like basically her innocence was like you were for sure she was gonna go to jail because of whatever, they framed her really good, but then like just out of nowhere it was like really quick and like, oh, I guess they found like cameras that supposedly weren't working, and I can't remember other stuff. That I think it was like one more thing that they found that it didn't make sense. So it's like they went to all this trouble to frame her, and then in the end it was just like so easy to for her to be innocent. But it like I said, it was good. I just like the first one a lot better than this one. I think I gave the first one a 5 stars, but if anything, like if I would reread it, I'd probably bump it down a little bit. But I still enjoyed it a lot. I don't know how the third, I think there's like a little novella, if I'm not mistaken, like her Mary. I did love Ansel and her together though. Like he didn't appear much in the book and I wanted a little bit more of that. And then the ex-boyfriend, Brock, or the boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever. I just feel like he has something to do with it. But just the fact that he kind of just left her like that, I didn't like. But I did feel like I wanted more of Ansel and her. But I enjoyed it a lot. I have a lot more books from Freida McFadden, and I think I've talked to you guys about it. And I do want to get to reading them this year. So hopefully we can get to that. Maybe October we can get a lot of Free McFadden and spooky books. I don't know. Maybe I'll see. But anyways, like I was mentioning, I don't know. I don't know if I'll read the novella before I read the third book. Maybe if it's like a little short thing, I probably will. One more book down. We're getting closer to finishing series. I think I only have one book left in the Twisted series, and then one more. Well, technically two, but I don't know if I'll read the novella. So one more book left for this series also. The next series that I'm actually gonna read or gonna try, because I did try to read this book before and I had to put it down because I just think I wasn't in the mood for reading. I was in a slump. So I'm gonna read Scarred by Emily McIntyre. I feel like I'm so behind on these books. I loved Hooked. The first one was so good. This one, when I tried to read it, I couldn't really get into it. But I heard the last one just came out, and I have the whole series. Like, I bought the whole series because I love Disney reimaginings or retellings. I love them so much. Every single book that I've read so far, I loved. I have the Katie Robert. I don't know if it's Katie or Kate Robert. I have all her Wicked. I think it's called Wicked Villains books. They're all Disney villains and their reimaginings reimaginings of them, and I absolutely love them. I have one more book left on that one. But this one, I did start it a while back, and I left off like in page 2, and I started reading it again. Right now, I'm on page 34, so I really don't have anything to say about this. I think this is supposed to be the Lion King retelling, so I'm a little scared. But I guess we can read this one. Hopefully I don't DNF it, because if I don't read it now, I probably won't read it anymore. But I heard this is really good. So let's continue to read this series. And maybe when I get like halfway done with it, I'll come back and update you guys to see how I'm liking it. And if I DNF it, I'll come back and tell you guys if I DNF'd it or not. Hello. It's time for another update. I'm sorry about the background noise. My husband's watching soccer downstairs. But finally finished Scarred. I rated 3 stars. I honestly feel like that was very generous because I have no idea what I read. All I know is that this girl wanted a revenge because I think the king or somebody killed her family or her dad. So she wanted revenge. And then she falls for the brother or something like that. I'm sorry. I just don't know what I read. I don't know if it was like the time period where this book was in. I just couldn't do it. Like, I could not do it at all. So I gave it 3 stars. There was parts where, yeah, like I said, it was kind of like I did pay attention to it, and like the part, I guess they started seeing his brother, and the spies. Honestly, I wasn't really paying much attention to the spies, but like the story behind it before getting to the spies, and then the spies, like just listening to it. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this book because this wasn't one of my favorite books. And honestly, in my opinion, I would have skipped this. I wanted to read all the books because I was actually going to DNF it, but it would have been my second time DNFing it. And I feel like if I would have DNF'd it, I wouldn't have picked it up anymore. So it would have just been like a DNF. So I tried reading it again, and I actually got through it. I did do like half of the audio because I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I'm not going to pick this book up anymore. So the next book I started reading is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I have it in my room right now. I don't have it with me. So I started reading that. And honestly, so far, it's like I'm like, what, in chapter 2? But so far it's good. I think he was supposed to marry somebody and then she just quit on him or didn't want to do it anymore. So that's where I left off. I just started it. But I'm really excited to read it. I'm really excited to be done with that series because I started that series I think like 2 years ago, and I barely like picked it up. I'm gonna continue it, So yeah, I'm just gonna continue the series and I will come and update you guys whenever I have an update to give you. Finally finished terms and conditions. I don't know what was the last time I updated you guys, but I don't know if I told you I started this book or I was gonna start it. I don't think I updated you guys because I just like ran through this. I honestly picked it up and finished this so quick. If I can go back and rate the first one, I probably rate the first one 4.5. This one is a 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. If you know me, you know that I love fake dating, fake marriage, all that, and this is what this book has. And obviously I loved it. That was one of my favorites. Like I said, fast read. It's over 400 pages, but I read this so quick. I didn't even feel like over 400 pages. I absolutely loved it. Loved it. Like I said, the first one I would go back and rate it differently, but this one I loved it. I cannot wait to read the third one. This one has to do with Declan. I think he's an older brother. And he's trying to get, you know, become CEO, which his grandpa left in his will that he had to marry and have kids to become CEO. So he starts fake dating or basically it's a fake marriage to his assistant. And obviously he's known her for years, and I think his brother, I can't remember his brother's name, but he is best friends with Iris, which that's MFC in here. And they like obviously they have their fake marriage, and you know the usual, they start falling in love with each other. But I absolutely loved it. I loved everything about this book. Now I'm gonna go over all the books I read for this vlog, which was Twisted Hate, one of my least favorite ones in the Twisted series. The Housemaid's Secret, I like the first one a lot better. Scarred, this is my least favorite one so far. I only read 2, so we'll see how the rest go. And Terms and Conditions, which this is my favorite out of the whole series. I still have one more book for this series to go. 1.5, because there's a novella for this series. And I still have like 4 books for this series. Obviously it's not like you don't have to read them in order, or you don't have to like do none of that, but me, myself, and I have to read them in the order they came out. So to me this is the second one, and I think the third one is Wretched. I think that's the third one, and that's the next one after this. And then I only have one more book for this series and I'm done with this series. Thank you. I read this like 2 years ago and I finally catched up with it. These books intimidating me because they're so thick. So that's why I kept putting them to the side. I was like, no, it's okay, I'll read it later, until I was like, you know what? I need to, because she just came out with another series, I think, and I want to read it. I mean, obviously, if they're not like, you have to finish this one to read that one, but I just want to finish series so I can continue more or pick up more series. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.